And we're back with another episode of Grabbing the Brisket.
Oh, my God.
These freaking degenerates.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know why you guys keep just tuning in and just listening to this stuff. You know what I mean? But apparently a lot of people do. So there it is. How's everybody's week been?
Been a busy week. I feel like we just did this yesterday.
It's funny that you say that. My liver feels like we did this yesterday for sure.
Yeah.
It was not difficult getting up this morning, getting to work like a boss, but I will tell you, I'm not going to complain, man. I'm having such a great time hanging out with you guys.
So much fun.
This is so much fun. Cheers to grabbing the brisket right here. Booyah.
Exactly. And for those that don't know what the hell we're talking about, BBQ Nation. We were on the BBQ Nation as guests just last night. So if you guys haven't checked out that radio program or that podcast, go find them. Go find them and listen because it's coming up. It's probably already out by the time you're hearing this. That episode's probably already out.
Yeah,
Go check it out.
Right.
JT and Leanne
Whipping, man.
Get to find out what color, what kind of underwear we wear. So there's that.
Yeah, there was some for the what do they call it, the after hours.
There was some softball. There was
after
some hardball, softball questions flowing in. It just, it's. Hey, man.
It was a blast.
It was great. It was great hanging out with them. They always bring something a little bit different, and it's cool being on the other end of the stick there. We're not used to being interviewed.
It is a little. It feels a little awkward, especially at the beginning each time, right? Like,
that's right.
There's cheesecake involved. It's different.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
Yeah, you mentioned bowls earlier. Today, it's actually not today, but I think it's last week. I think it was June 4th, marked the 50th year anniversary of the 10-cent beer fiasco in Cleveland. Do you know about this?
Nope.
Have you seen
I want to
this?
hear about it, though.
The 10-cent beer fiasco.
Yeah.
50th?
It turned into like I guess like a riot, a big fight, a melee. So yeah, 50 years ago, I guess the Cleveland Indians, I guess they were just in a horrible state of a franchise and just trying to drum up people to come to the stadium and spend some money. And they're like, what better way to just do a 10-cent beer night?
You should have just done like a BYOB pregame in the parking lot. And
I'm
BYOB.
sure they did pregame.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine? I just imagine it's just
That's
like,
funny.
20,000 of us.
Yeah.
Just shows up, just blitzed already, and it's 10-cent beer.
Is that 50 years ago?
50 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, and it's 10-cent beers. And I don't think they really had cutoffs back then. Did they have cutoffs back then?
Oh,
You know what I
probably
mean?
not. We're
Like,
talking 1974.
they're
No,
like,
you're not cutting people off back then.
So
You're-
You guys were like 10 probably,
You're
right?
serving and going home. Like, hey, look, it's fine. No, he's only had 12. It's fine. He can drive. No seatbelt.
there's no Ubers back then.
Exactly.
It's just,
We're driving tanks, and half the time the kids were driving home. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
You had an 8-year-old in the front seat driving home. You're like, look, keep between the mayonnaise and the mustard. Don't mess up. And by the way, if you wreck, it's going to be the skin of your hide. You know?
So their program was garbage, and they thought the answer was really cheap beer.
Yeah, it was Texas Rangers against the Cleveland Indians.
Oh,
and
good Lord, a bunch
they
of
did
Texans.
10-cent beer nights. Hopefully they had a lot of hot dogs to wash that stuff down. But towards the end of the game, I think Texas was winning. I think the Cleveland was trying to make a little rally. But in between then, fans were just jumping onto the field.
Yeah, right.
And just running
Liquid
around.
courage. Yeah.
Some of them were naked, just shucking their clothes, just running around
my
naked.
God.
Yeah.
But look, it's right there. It said a 10-cent beer in 1971 is equal to a 38-cent beer in 2023. So that tells you how cheap they were serving the beer even then.
2023, but 2024, it's actually like
right.
$18.
$18 beer.
So
right.
the Rangers-Indians game ended up being forfeited. Numerous players, officials, and fans were injured and damaged on the field. Bases were stolen and never returned.
That's it.
Okay, those bases are still out there somewhere. Someone is still telling that story.
If you've got one of these bases in your basement, your dad, your grandpa, your uncle, somebody did this, write us in. Tell us something about this. You'll get a prize from the show, man.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Come on.
That is amazing. And the great part is their franchise still sucks. So it did not work.
Well, they had, I think the Rangers manager, Billy Martin, I think he and a couple of other players decided, like, hey, we had enough of this shenanigans. and they picked up a couple of baseball bats and just rolled right out into the field and
Started waylaying people.
Oh my God, 1974 was a different time.
Yeah.
look at some of these images.
Oh,
yeah,
that
that's
is
just,
fantastic. Hey, if we can share some of these, if you're watching on the YouTube, we'll try to put a couple of these up in the on the video. So that was something.
yeah. They've had some kind of reminiscent PR stunts over the years
Since
that kind of equals that. I think you got the dollar beer night. I think they had something at the Dome. They
Dollar
had
dogs, man.
What was the one where they decided it was a good idea to give out baseballs? Was it baseballs?
Yeah, so
That's
was
common, isn't
that's
it?
common,
Don't
yeah.
they
But
do that?
we were at a game in it was Astros Atlanta Braves, I think. Chipper Jones hits his home run, and about 50,000 balls were thrown in the field, including the one that he hit. It was like, yeah, man. So that was like, we gotta like maybe not give out baseballs
That's
for a while.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was so
love
good.
it. Love it.
So happy anniversary, the 10 cent beer riot. I don't know what you want to call it, but also happy anniversary to the Grabbing the Brisket crew that's coming up here shortly. We got
Very
5
shortly.
years.
That's it, man.
In the making.
It is
Yes,
5 years.
Less than a month from now is our anniversary, and we're gonna deep dive into that. Well, deep dive. We're gonna do a little scrape on the top of that, and during our news segment here in a minute. But
We've got some
it is
things
exciting.
planned.
Yeah,
we
it
got some
is.
things planned. Stay tuned for the 5-year anniversary. Yeah, and definitely we're gonna get into this more, just unveiling of what we've got going on. You know, smoking meats isn't just cooking; it's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience—it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, SmokerBuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
Head over to SmokerBuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on. I just want to throw this out here, and we haven't really talked about it yet. This weekend is Father's Day, and it's coming up. It's this Sunday. It's currently Thursday now, so it's Men's Awareness Month, which is a big thing that I deeply care about. And
Men?
yeah, I think there's a lot of men out there that are having it this time of month, time of year. It's hard on them, right, with kids and with family and whatever's going on. So I'd like to bring awareness to that and say cheers, man. Boom.
Here's to men. James is not going to cheers that. He said,
My bad.
He said,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
says,
just-
fuck those men.
Just
should. There's
sitting
more-
back, reflecting
Hey,
my thoughts.
I can go through the thing, but there's more men commit suicide than women. More men, around the holidays, around times like this, with Father's Day and everything else. This is a big time, so it's great to talk about it, and it does bring awareness to it. And I think we need more people talking about it because I don't want to go down a rabbit hole here, but there's a lot of men put a lot of I guess. What's the word I'm looking for?
They bottle a lot of shit up.
Well, but they put a lot on themselves, right? And you got to be able to do all these things and check all these boxes, and there's no I quit, and there's no whatever, right? So that's out there. So like I said, I just wanted to bring it up, and it's something near and dear for me. So
Yeah. Let me get your thoughts on the Mother's Day versus Father's Day. Do you think it's equal?
no, it's no. Did you know that Mother's Day is right behind Christmas? Mm-hmm. Did you know that? And I'm not saying it shouldn't
most
be.
money spent or most celebrated holiday.
I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but you know where Father's Day falls? It's like last out of everything. You know the only time a man receives flowers is the day he dies? Think about that for a second. Like, it's a lot of double standard out there. But here's the deal. I don't want flowers, and I'm not asking for anything else, right? You know why? Because I'm a goddamn man, okay? I do man shit. So, but at the same time, it's if you're struggling out there, go talk to somebody because it helps.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was good. Father's Day is coming up. You guys cooking anything?
Oh yeah, man.
Man, I'm not really sure. I mean, yeah, it's always like you cook something, right?
You're not going out for brunch? You're not be taken out somewhere for mimosas or something?
Nah.
Right. No, that's weird. Sure, you're not gonna woke up with breakfast in bed and then get taken out, whisked out to some lunch place or dinner place, and
it's
get
always
wined
like,
and dined.
Yeah,
and
it's always like, honey, here are the kids. They just want to spend the whole day with you. I'm actually going to go off and I'm going to go do some mani-pedis and brunch with the girls and all stuff like that. But hey, you have your fun time with your family. You know, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
And here's the meat. Cook the meat.
What time's dinner gonna be served?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn, dude.
Oof.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
is it always on a Sunday?
Father's Day's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Is Mother's Day on a Sunday as well?
We're gonna keep doing this.
Sorry, man.
Sure.
I'm just-
Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay.
Mother's Day is on Sundays.
What about Easter?
Okay. Yes.
What about
It's
my
on
birthday?
Easter. Your birthday's not always on a Sunday. It is on Mother's Day sometimes though. But I was gonna say you're making me lose my train of thought.
Sorry.
It is a short train.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe it is, but it doesn't matter. It's still the thought I had. Damn it. Well, it's gone. So hope you're glad with yourself. Hope you're happy. So
I apologize. Let me
you
just
don't.
start up
I don't wanna hear
another
it.
thought or another conversation. What are your thoughts on Russia just sitting right off the coast of Florida?
I just saw some blurb about this. I didn't even realize if it was real or not.
Right.
The submarine or something out there?
Yeah, it's like and a couple ships.
It just they're
Really?
on the way to Cuba. It came
Right.
within 29 miles of Florida. U.S. responded with like anti-submarine like airplanes that just basically nuke submarines quickly, right? And with a bunch of boats and ships, and they basically followed them
Escorted them over there?
all the way to Cuba.
Why were they going to Cuba for?
You
Military
need to read the
exercises.
news.
I
man.
don't. I don't ever look at the news ever.
Yeah.
It's always military exercises.
Why don't you exercise at the house? You don't need to exercise
Just do
out
it-
here.
Yeah, just go to the garage, do
Yeah.
a couple of pull-ups and some
Right.
push-ups, and you're
Right.
good.
Go ride a bear.
Yeah, but they were excuse the language, they were fucking up the dolphins, man. The dolphins over there off the coast of Florida were beaching themselves.
Right?
Yeah, crazy stuff. That like all of them were just going to the coast and just beaching themselves and just doing weird stuff. It's because of all that sonar that's being pumped through that water between the planes and the submarines and
Yeah.
stuff
They
like
didn't like
that.
that shit?
Now they couldn't communicate, and then they couldn't. I guess their GPS was out of whack.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
They say them fish are pretty smart. That's a joke.
No,
Dolphins are mammals.
Dolphins will rape and kill you, so you need to be
So-
careful.
wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of
about
information.
listen,
Yeah.
There's
dolphins.
been a lot of assaults
Hey,
performed.
Flipper is a little sexual dynamite, all right? And if he becomes friends with you and decides he's going to mate with you, if you're in the water, he's going to kill you.
Really?
Yes, it's happened plenty of times. They've shown it. They become affectionate and then become little rapists.
Did you know
So-
they killer whales will actually like try to save humans? Have you seen any of those videos?
Yeah.
Like sharks going after a human and a killer whale just comes in and like.
Yep. Yeah,
I think that's
because they're
pretty cool.
mammals. They understand,
Okay.
right?
Well, chimpanzees are mammals and they'll rip your dick off.
I don't think so.
100% they will. There's
Nope.
some pictures
Listen,
of that
you
shit.
show me a video of chimpanzee ripping a dick off, and I'm like, you know what?
Bring it up, Raul.
You win. Hey, put that on your internet, Raul. Yeah. Hey,
Not
good
on
luck
my
with
URL.
you're going on a list. Put
this
that
is
up
gonna
there.
turn
I
into
promise you that.
One of our Animal Planet
Show
episodes.
me chimpanzee, and you're like, oh, never mind. You get banned from internet or blocked. I don't know how that works. Yeah.
Speaking of Animal Planet, we do have
Yeah.
a guest coming up here in a minute. I don't know how that's related. Not really a guest. We have an update, Texas BBQ update. Rob
right.
Arocha is going to jump on here in just a minute and tell us what's going on in the competition world down here in the greatest country in the world, Texas. So I'm excited for that. He should be on here any minute.
That's right. That is right. Yeah, and when you see him or whatever, you can always find him. Every week he uploads a new episode. He goes live, right? He's live on Facebook.
Yeah, he does live, and then I think he's
with the So Smokin' Gooder show.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
definitely appreciate him coming
He's got
in.
some of the top like barbecue experts
Yeah.
in the land, whether it's competition barbecue or what have you. So he knows a lot of people. He's well respected in the barbecue community, and he's one hell of a cook. So You get a chance, go check out that show.
Huge inspiration for us. And we actually didn't we have him on the show? Was it last year, the year before?
Yep.
Go back and check that episode out. I don't remember the number, but.
And I'm pretty sure he doesn't talk about chimpanzees ripping their penises off.
You don't know that. You don't know that for sure. You didn't see every single episode.
That is true, but maybe we'll ask him.
Yeah, out of the gate. James, out of the gate, hard-hitting questions.
100%.
Yeah.
I dare you.
Can you talk about the chimpanzee epidemic we have, Mr. Rob?
Have you heard about...
No. Let's just end that conversation right there. Yeah, so go back to this weekend. I did have an idea about Father's Day, and we were talking about making we're doing like a chicken fried steak sandwich, and we're doing like, oh, okay, we'll do one of those, and we'll do like a burger. And then I was like, man, and I made the comment last time, I was like, let's just fry it up. And I was like, let's just fry everything. And then we'll do like a chicken fried bacon. We'll do a chicken fried steak. We're gonna do chicken fried tomatoes. We're gonna do fried
tomatoes.
pickles. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fried pickles. We're gonna do some dredged in flour fried pickles. We're gonna do the onions the same way. Hell, we may even batter the damn buns up and fry those damn things up.
Oh.
And we're gonna create the ultimate fried sandwich. Fried egg is going on that thing. Yeah. So look for that. Look for that little bad boy coming out, okay? Everything's fried. And you know what? Why would you not want that? Why would you not want to see that? Why would you not want to taste that?
Fry up the lettuce.
We're going to fry lettuce. We're
The
going
whole
to dredge
thing
it.
sounds disgusting.
We're dredging
are you
it.
building it all and then dipping it and frying it, or are you
At the end.
doing individually?
At the end, we're going to dunk the whole thing, toothpick it, dunk the whole
Everything's
thing,
individually fried.
and then we're going to fry the whole
that's
thing
what I was
up.
wondering.
And then
He's saying everything. You're saying individually.
he's saying
saying-
dunking the whole thing afterwards.
No, individually fried, and then when you go to assemble, you're going to put it all together, dunk it, right? And then flour it, and you're going to dunk the whole sandwich in.
There you go. That
And you're gonna have
sounds...
You're going to have what we call good night, Sally.
Heart attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Probably
got to
gonna
sign a
die.
waiver on
Sounds
that.
disgusting, honestly. I'm
Can you
not
just
eating
imagine?
it.
It's like, yeah, can I get a side salad? Yeah, no problem. I got you, bud. And all of a sudden it comes out, and it's just fried lettuce and fried tomatoes. And
Fried lettuce. We call it Fredis.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey, would you like some ranch with that?
yeah. We could ball it up. We could fry some ranch up.
Yeah.
Ranch droppings. I don't know what you do with that.
Ranch.
It's coming. Where do you draw the line? Because they're frying everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And who are we to say you can't do it? Anyways, just look for it's not the heart attack, it's not the gut buster, but it's going to be like
Death on a bun.
Triple bypass,
Yeah.
the quadruple bypass.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be great. Okay, we'll think of some names. We'll get it out. Hopefully, we can do it this Sunday. We'll have some pictures, and you'll be able to see it as soon as you're seeing this episode.
Threw down some ribs last night. Used the Chicks That Smoke spicy rub. Mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke. It's at sucklebusters.com.
So, I think we're being joined here. I think we got I think Rob is in the house.
You're tuned in to Smokin' the Competition with Rob Arocha, bringing you the latest and greatest from the world of Texas competitive barbecue. Who's smoking hot and who's not? Let's find out.
There it is.
Cheers,
Hell
brother.
yeah. What's up, fellas? Cheers.
Man, not much, man. Where you at? What bar are you at, man?
I'm in Cypress, Texas today at Lambo's. It's a great bar out here in Cypress. It's got, it's just a cool little chill bar, but it's really good food, man. And, that's saying a lot coming from, us barbecuers, right? And it's a good time out here.
That's cool, man. That is cool.
Love it, love it. I heard you say the other day that you're going to be taking a little break from the competition scene for the summer. A little too hot.
I'm old, guys, and this summer is hot, and I'm also fat, and so those things don't pair well together. So yeah, I'm not retired. I'm just taking a break, and but even honestly, in the spring, I've also been taking a break. So I went hard at it in 21 and 22, 23. This year, I've only done 8 contests since November, so that is definitely a step back from what I've been doing in the previous 3 years, but it's all good. I'm still got my both feet in the water, competition barbecue, and I'm just taking a break. I'm not retired. I tease I'm semi-retired, but it's coming back. It's coming back. The itch is there. I really want to get out there, man, but it's hot.
It's hot, man. I'm right there with you. I'm actually looking at Kids Unlimited in 2 weeks. It's a good cook-off, and so
I've done it many years.
I'm trying to get out there this time. So we will see, man. Hopefully we can be out there.
We know you got your ear to the ground. So what is going on with the IBCA and the CBA and whatever else down here in Texas?
Yeah, so as you guys know, we've got quite a few sanctioning bodies in the Texas arena. IBCA is wrapping up their season. Their season ends at the end of this month, so they've roughly got 3 more weeks to go. Ira Green is leading the CBA points chase right now. He just leapfrogged Randall Kendrick with Hideaway Ranch Cookers. So both of those guys are very solid.
Nice.
But it's a neck and neck race between the two. It seems like those guys are within points of each other. So it's going to come down to those two. And that could change week to week. Like we just saw Ira have a GC this past weekend, and he leapfrogged Randall. So it's cute. I'm excited to see how that plays out, because one of those two guys is going to win it, and it could come down to the very final week. So that's what's going down in the IBCA. CBA is just about halfway through their season. They have up until November 30th to figure it out. The top 10 is changing every week. You'll see names bounce up, bounce down. Hell, even in the top 20 a good week could propel them into the top 10. So still lots of time to figure out where that pairs out. But Lone Star and Outlaw, they're doing their thing, man. They just, I like those two groups, because they just do them, and they don't really give a shit about trauma or nothing like that. It seems like they're just being Outlaw, and they're being Lone Star, and they do their events, and whatever happens. So we did see a young lady, Carly Alexinas from Give 'em Hell Barbecue. I think that she's 15 or 16. She's a high school girl. She has won 2 GCs back to back in the Outlaw Barbecue Association, competing against the adults. So that's a pretty big deal in my eyes. So
wow.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, congratulations. That's badass.
Freaking awesome. We might have to reach out to her.
Yeah, same here. She's on my radar. So
pretty cool.
Pretty awesome to see.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Damn. I didn't. I haven't we've done the Lone Star a couple of times before. Some of the cook-offs or whatever.
Austin used to be Lone Star.
Yeah, no, it was. But not so much. Yeah, that's badass, man. It's I like when you have these events, and even the Frontier Fiesta, or not Frontier Fiesta, the Go Metro, or is it Go Metro or Frontier Fiesta?
Go Metro.
Go Metro. I even like how those how every cook-off matters. And when you're in that, and it's like you can't afford not to even show up. You've got to go out all of them if you're going to try to be in the top 3 or whatever else. And with the CBA and with the IBCA, having some of these events, they may have more events going on throughout the year, but at the same time, you can't sleep on it, right? You've got to be out there. You got to be competing if you're trying to be, top of the leaderboard, right? So there's no time for rest. When you're chasing points, right?
If you want to relate that to a year-long CBA season, to where there's, I don't know the number, but it's high, right? How many contests they have throughout the year? It's kind of like a baseball season. There's 162 games season, and then football there's 17 weeks. So it kind of feels like the same thing what you were just talking about. Every week matters when you're doing something like that. So it's definitely, whoever comes out of that, you got to cook each and every contest, right?
Yep.
It feels like maybe you can skip one, but that's about it. You only want to skip 2 or 3, because then you just put yourself right out of it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
No, and you get points for showing up. I mean, there's a point for some of these, right? You get something, right? So it's like when there's not enough. There's only 14 or 12 or whatever it is in a year. Everyone matters, and it's just like even showing up to get that 1 point and not doing anything with it is still a point. So.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. What are you guys doing? What you got? You mentioned Kids Unlimited. You got some cooks on the horizon for the Grab 'em and the Brisket boys?
We haven't looked at the calendar too much. I just knew this one was coming up, and it's always been one of our favorites that we've done in the past. And I really want to get out there and I know it's going to be a hot weekend, and it's historically it's always been super hot, but it's always been a fun one. With the auctions going on, and there's always so many great cooks that show up. It's cool to see everybody and compete. So I'm hoping we can get out there.
Well, I'm not completely operation shut down in the summer. I am planning on cooking the Shiner Half Moon Holidays, which is it's a long-standing event out in Shiner, Texas. It's right there with the Shiner Brewery, so lots of beers are flowing. It's a good time, from what I understand. I've never cooked it. I'm excited to go out there and cook it, but that is probably my next event. Next week, I got a fun event. I'll be traveling to Kansas City to participate in the Kansas City Q Festival, which is going to be on the field at Arrowhead Stadium. So,
wow,
that's cool.
It's a big barbecue festival. We'll be doing demos and providing food, and it's a festival. So I'm excited to do that. And that's kind of been my goal to. I've been there, done that in the competition world, and obviously there's still more to do for that. But taking a step back and doing something like that, to where you do some festivals and get out in front of people and serve public and stuff like that, is something that I really wanted to explore. And so I'm doing that next weekend with Joey Machado and Texas Original Charcoal. I'm going to be out there with them, and we're going to be doing the Kansas City Q Festival. Then I got the Shiner event in 4th of July weekend. And then the next one on my calendar is going to be in August, the big El Campo Lost Lagoon event for the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation.
Yeah.
Those are my summer events. So still involved, still going to be doing some cook-offs, but that's what's on the schedule.
Yeah, Lost Lagoon is that's a good location to have a cook-off for sure.
Honestly, man, that may be one that we even tried to tackle as well this year.
That would be fun.
I mean,
man, I'll tell you what, guys, if I could talk y'all into doing any of them, that would be one. It's a great venue. It's a big party for the cooks. There's a big pool, so each and every night everybody gathers at the pool, and we just hang out. It's a big camaraderie kind of deal. I've set up a show there. We could do a collaboration, do like a multiple, kind of deal there.
Let's go.
To where we could do something like that, man. It's a really, really good time, and it's for a great cause. Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, they support veterans, and they teach them, barbecue skills, right? It's just not something that they support. They give them life skills to help them down the line. And a lot of the top cooks you see competing today, Josh Hale from Sure Shot Barbecue, Carlos Calzada, Smokin Los, Thin Line Barbecue.
Yep.
All these guys started in the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, and they've made a name for themselves, and they love competition barbecue. So it's giving them an outlet to, just spend family time, go out there and have a great weekend. And now they've got that competitive bug in the competition barbecue. So it's a cool deal. Shout out to the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation for sure.
Yeah.
But that one is going to be in El Campo. Like the mid-August, I think 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd really love for y'all to join me out there. That'd be a lot of fun.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about it, and I love that. I love the fact that barbecue in itself, and I'm looking now, and you see these high schools that have these barbecue teams. You've got colleges, barbecue teams. You've got these kids are competing all over the state of Texas, and you're like, and 10 years from now, I'm not sure if we have a chance, to be honest with you. There's going to be so many schools, all these kids.
That young lady, Carly, she's,
telling you, man.
like I said, 2 GCs and in a true Texas sanctioning body outlaw.
Yeah.
And she's competing in the high school barbecue association as well. So, these kids are, they're getting some valuable life skills themselves by doing these kids' cues, and they're growing up and becoming pit masters. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. They just gotta get the shit talking down. They don't have enough. I'm just kidding.
We can teach them that shit for sure.
I'm sure they're shit talking their friends. But
If I'm gonna shit talk a 15-year-old, I got issues.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
But in like the best way.
Right.
It could happen though.
It could, hey,
Don't come at me, 15-year-olds.
I'm not above it. I'm just saying.
I'll dish it back. I will dish it back.
Oh, man.
You walk over, you're limping back.
That's right.
Yeah. Don't poke the bear.
I love it.
Man, Rob, hey, we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. And John, I think John mentioned to me a little while back, I mean, that you might have some free time coming up here in the near future, and maybe possibly getting together and collabing and doing a little cooking and just a little backyard hanging or just whatever, trying to produce some content.
So yeah, I did mention that to John, and I would love to do that. Like I said, I'm taking the summer off pretty much. I got 2 events lined up, and that's it, or 3 events. But I would love to come and hang out with you guys and just film some content and have something in the bank so that we can share later down the line. And I love all you guys, so it'd be a great weekend just to hang out. Number one, and if we could turn out to have some stuff for both of our our pages, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Easily.
Hell yeah.
Easily, man.
Hell yeah.
We are down.
Yep.
I got a special surprise for you guys though.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Miss Breana Via from Smokin Magic out of Kansas City is
Let's
down
go.
here.
Hey, what's
How are
going
you?
on?
She's from she's originally from Tomball. She lives in Kansas City now. Smokin Magic is a great competition barbecue team. They've got rubs. They've got a sauce line. They've got a Bloody Mary mix. That we need to get that in y'all's hands because you guys are all about drinking.
I think
We are too.
No, I mean,
But
we're not.
I think John's
this is Miss
Googling it right
Breana Via
now.
from
Yeah.
Smokin Magic. So a nice little surprise for you guys. Y'all have any questions for her?
Yeah.
And I'll start it. Please let them know about what you guys are doing with your rubs and sauces. They're going to be in the barbecue store here real soon. So a lot of Texas cooks that are watching, they'll be able to get their hands on this really great product. I use it in my competition line. And so this is her right here.
That's awesome.
She also does demos and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
No, yeah, definitely. Honestly, please tell us where, if we were trying to get a hold of that rub or trying to order some of these sauces, where would we go?
You could go to smoke.magic.com off of our website. You can order that there.
Nice.
The Hempstead Barbecue Store will also have it here locally. All the Shields sporting goods stores. We're hoping to get into Ace and Home Depot this year as well.
Nice.
And you can buy everything through barbecuespot.com. And I know like the Atlanta barbecue store, they've got all the online stores have all of our products as well.
Nice.
And if you can't find them, just reach out to us and we'll be happy to let you know where they are in your area as well.
No, definitely. And if you had to say what your favorite one was, what is it? You have to pick one.
For me personally, because I'm a Texas girl, it's our rib rub, which we named early. It's phenomenal on beef. So that's what's on like our competition brisket. It's got a lot of black pepper in it and pairs really well with beef. So I cook the brisket and the chicken for our team.
Nice.
And Brad does the pork and the ribs.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice. I was going to
So I
say,
gotta tell you guys, it's called a rib rub, but it is definitely pairs very well with beef. In fact, when I tried it, it reminded me of what I used to mix for my brisket back in the day when I was doing really well in brisket. So I actually applied that to my brisket and got some calls. And their sauce is called Southern Twang. There's 3 sauces, right? 3?
Yeah, they're sweet, spicy, and Southern Twang.
The Southern Twang is a great little, to me, it's like a great mixture of a, tomato-based sauce like we have here, but it's got a little vinegar kick. Like
It's got an apple cider vinegar in it.
It's got a,
Really
Nice.
a unique little twang to it. And it pairs very well with brisket as well.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
As soon as I heard the name and saw the face, I knew y'all were up at Fargo, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we
Okay.
were at the Shields Barbecue
I
University.
think I talked with your husband up there a little bit. I was up there with my wife with the Sucklebusters doing our thing. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a good time. But yeah, we're gonna have to get our hands on some of your all's products and try it out and put it out there.
I know.
That'd be great. We'd love to send you guys some. Just let us know.
I'll make that happen.
Yeah, that'd be
go.
fantastic.
Come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to see what you guys do with the rubs and sauces, obviously, but their Bloody Mary mix is pretty freaking
It's our
solid.
competition. So when we developed the rubs and sauces, we were very much known for our Bloody Marys and on the competition circuit as well. And I made them homemade. My dad passed away 8 years ago. It was his favorite drink, and so I made it for him and competed with it, and only lost once. And I took second place that time. Every other time we've gotten first place. So
Nice.
pretty cool. So when we did our rubs and sauces, more people were interested in knowing if we were going to bottle our Bloody Mary. So
Hell yeah.
we bottled that.
Yeah.
So
Oh
we've
my
got
God.
it.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm all about that. I've done I don't know, probably 10 to 12 different Bloody Mary competitions. I don't make a sauce, but I use some sauces, and I'm always layering and trying. But I've won. I've won.
Say Jan is like 5-6 time first place champion.
That's awesome.
But I've got
And-
one second place as well, though. So it's funny you said that. So and even I had the person when I got second place, they asked me, "It's like, are you going to change your recipe?" And I was like, "No, I got second
Nope.
place. What are you talking about?
Right.
It's good, you know." So no, I'm right there with you. I right now I'm feeling this. Okay, yes,
Yeah,
I need some Bloody Mary.
100%.
Yeah, come on.
We were just at KCBS Worlds doing a Bloody Mary bar for all the teams. We partnered with Holiday Distillery to come out there and do that for the teams that for the KCBS Worlds. So
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
very cool. Very cool. All right.
All right, but hey, Rob, I promised we wouldn't keep y'all too long, and we aren't going to do it. So thank you for jumping on with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it so much.
Obviously, we're going to do this again. It was too long since the last time. We've been trying to
Yeah,
get this on
we
the
gotta-
books for a minute here,
We got
but
to keep doing this.
yeah.
No, hey,
Absolutely, guys.
yeah,
Hey, I
definitely
love what you
appreciate
guys
you.
are doing for barbecue. Keep it up. You guys are awesome. Jonathan, send me that damn intro music. I need to play that on my own damn show. That's pretty cool. I
100%.
appreciate you guys doing that.
Yeah. We're going to send it to you, and if folks want to find the show or find your social media, where do they find you, Rob?
Yeah, you can find it on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Look up So Smokin' Gooder Show. We go live each and every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Central. We talk barbecue with all kinds of people in the barbecue industry, sauce and rub makers, Bloody Mary.
Sponsor of the show.
Yes, she is. Bloody Mary mix makers, pit builders, people like you guys and other shows. Y'all been on the show, and we'd love to do it again here real soon. But
That's awesome.
hey, thank you guys for the time, and we'll do this again next month, and I love it.
Let's
Absolutely.
go, brother.
Let's
All right,
go.
I appreciate it, Rob.
Hey,
Hey,
thank you,
brother.
guys.
Bro, you know that new Dalstrong knife I just got?
The ridiculously sharp one that I almost cut myself on. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But seriously, made such a difference in my grilling. Every cut is so clean and precise.
And it's true what they say, a sharp knife is actually a safer knife.
That's accurate. And if our listeners want a new badass knife, they need to go check out Dalstrong.
We got a discount link below right in our podcast description, and just be careful, they are sharp.
Dalstrong, a cut above the rest.
Hey, you there. We've got a question for you. Are you tired of clickbait stories and the loudest voices driving discussions in culture and entertainment?
If so, I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Corey. And we host the podcast From the Middle. We're middle-class guys living in the middle of America, in the middle chapters of our lives with points of view somewhere in the middle.
We take a more reasonable and centrist approach in our discussions covering genres like comedy, culture, entertainment, and interviews with really interesting folks like business owners, comic creators, doctors, news anchors, New York Times best-selling illustrators, professional stand-up comics, and more. We really value a relaxed and conversational podcast, one that we hope is so fun and laid back, you'll forget you're not actually hanging out with us.
So search at From the Mid Pod, just like it sounds, or check us out everywhere you can find podcasts.
Love it. Love it every time he comes on the show.
I know, man.
Love the update.
Such a cool
Love
dude.
it. 2-for-1 there spot there with Smokin'
Smokin' Magic?
Magic.
Smoking
Yeah.
Magic, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I heard the name, I was
Magic.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait
Wait a
a
minute.
dang minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to her husband out there a little bit. Those
very-
are some badass comp cooks right there.
No, I know.
They're out there whooping asses, and yeah, their shit is in Shields now too, so that's cool.
Yep. Hey, you know whose shit's gonna be in chills soon? It's grabbing the brisket. We're coming out with a rub. I know we're teasing this a little bit. We keep trying to talk about it here and there. It's going to happen.
But you went and talked to him a little bit today,
Yeah.
so we're
Here's the idea. We're going to do a small batch, and we're going to put it out there. We've got the recipe. We ran this thing for a little bit over a year. It's tried and true, and that was one of the things we wanted to test this out and put it through the gauntlet on anything and everything you can think of. Like if you're making spaghetti, I don't care, try this rub on there, right? And obviously it didn't work, but at least we know. Okay, here's the deal: like we're gonna put it on anything and everything that we can, and then we're gonna tell you how it does and how it performs. And I think we've got enough data that we've put out now to say, hey, this is. If you want the bark, hey, the Mr. Bark, the Bark Magic, the whatever, right? This thing is a bark builder. Okay, this thing, it's a building block, a bark. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, this thing is going to be. Honestly, it's one of my favorite rubs that we've actually created, and I cannot wait to put the small batch out there. Obviously, we're looking at maybe going a little bit bigger than that, but I think a small batch we can contain just exactly how we want this thing to taste versus trying to go mass quantity, and I think you lose a little bit. You can lose a little bit some there unless you keep R&D in and whatever else, right? So it's going to be out there, man. July 1st was my deadline. I don't know if we're going to make that since where we're at, but I'm trying really hard to at least get something in the works to have a real date to have this thing go out, and it may be 250 people, 300 bottles of this that we'll test run with, and we'll put on our website, we'll put on our TikTok shop or whatever, and we'll send stuff out to people just to try, and then see how it does, and whatever, engage it from there. And if we need to tweak, we tweak, or not, but. It's going to be great, and then past that, we've got a few more things in the pipe for us. So I don't want to tease too much and whatever, but look forward to that, please.
It's the perfect segue to just go right into the barbecue news, right?
Yep. It's time for the Hot Off the Grill barbecue news, brought to you by the Barbecue News Magazine and the NBBQA. First thing I got here is the Barbecue News Magazine. They're doing their annual Funraiser, they call it. I don't know if you guys remember this one from last year.
FUN?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to what?
Fund?
Yeah.
I didn't catch the D at the end.
There's no D, but it is a fundraiser. It's a funraiser is what they call it.
There it is.
But it's a photo contest, and you pay to get into this thing. But they're raising funds. I don't remember what it's for because I almost said Raul. Kel never responded to me today. He was busy apparently. But they're doing their fundraiser, and if you win, you send in these photos. If you win, you're going to make the cover of Barbecue News Magazine, and then this is they're not keeping this money. It's all a fundraiser for something, and I'm sure I'll be touching on this again next week. But the cutoff for this is going to be August 1st, and if you want to give back to whatever the heck this is going towards, sending your pictures to these people. I'm gonna put a link down below for you guys.
So but it's through the NBBQA.
It's through Barbecue News Magazine.
Barbecue News Magazine.
Yeah.
Okay, Barbecue News, right?
Yep.
Which automatically should be the NBBQA, really.
They are very closely related. Yeah, they are in bed together, as they say.
Kel.
Yeah. It's actually okay. I find it here. It is. It's a scholarship program, so
okay,
it's a good thing. It's a good thing to do, and you can get your picture on the cover.
What's
of
the
Barbecue
qualifying
News.
thing? Is it a picture of you or a picture
of your cooking or your barbecue or your food?
Your food, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can send a picture yourself, I guess, but I'm
it has to be food related.
Probably won't win. Yeah. No pictures of chimpanzees doing their thing. Yeah, none of that kind of stuff.
Chimp. You know how long it took me to train Chimp? No.
Okay.
Hey, Dave Chappelle, man, he's got a great one-liner when it comes to Chimp.
Yeah.
Look that up, and you'll thank me later on that one. So.
All right. Next up, and I guess kind of last up, is our 5-year anniversary is coming up. I'm so excited about this. Did I say that with enough excitement in the inflection?
So can you do it again?
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm so
5-year anniversary of the Grabbing a Brisket show is coming up. It's next month. I'm so freaking excited about this.
You
guys.
should be
It's
excited.
Gonna be a freaking party.
Like, did you ever think we'd be sitting here 5 years later after we started this thing?
No, I didn't know this place existed.
Exactly. I did. I knew.
You did?
Yes.
So you should have told me before, because I was about done before we found
we
this
know
place,
where
honestly.
you were at. We broke you down, and then we're building you up right now. You're a test subject.
Honestly, Raul's the only reason I'm still here.
Yeah.
Raul. We're going to do a live show. It's going to be kind of like we did for our Christmas, our end of the year.
We can't do it on the 10th? on the Wednesday?
Maybe we can. We'll put it out there.
I mean, you're putting it out there now. That's what I'm saying.
Well, here's what I'm saying. I usually work on Wednesdays, so I want to be there for this thing.
You said Wednesday. Oh, you work on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I usually get home from a
Okay,
trip
can
on
you
Wednesday.
stop? Just
So
stop.
can we just shoot for Thursday?
Can you just stop?
When I say usually, I'm saying like when I do work.
Yeah, no,
it's
that's
on a
what I'm
Wednesday.
saying.
Yeah.
Right. Which is once every 6 months.
I just worked, bro. I just worked. I worked my butt
When was
off.
the last time you worked besides this?
It was yesterday. No, day before
Besides this
yesterday.
trip?
Yeah, it was before that.
When was that?
I don't know. I don't.
Exactly.
Who keeps track of
Yeah,
these things?
whoa.
Who really keeps track
Well,
of when they work?
Let me tell you.
and when they don't work.
Let me tell you. You can ask any other person in the world, and when they worked last Wednesday, they worked. They would say last Wednesday, and then you say when was the last one before that? They would say the one before that.
Okay.
That's common.
You know what?
It's every Wednesday you work.
You're interrupting the news segment, and
Okay.
I don't appreciate
Yeah,
it.
okay.
So,
John, let me
Here's
know when
to a
they have
Wednesday.
the honey roasted peanuts back.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I'll start flying
is there a
Southwest.
petition? Can we do a petition to get the
We
honey
should be
roasted
able to.
peanuts
you
back?
prefer the honey roasted to
Hell
the
yeah.
salted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you even get peanuts anymore?
No, never.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't. We can't have them.
Yes, you can.
I'm the cookie guy, bro. What's the Biscoff or whatever?
Biscoff? Yeah,
yeah,
you're clearly flying somebody better, not better, different than Southwest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got him on the hook right there. Hey,
That's
Mr.
hey, you cut that out. Okay, so yeah, we are going to be doing the live show. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be like a 6-hour special. So
What?
I'm just seeing
Nice.
how Raul reacts to
he's
that.
like-
Yeah, no, it
he
won't be
goes,
6 hours.
Cha-ching.
But it will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you just spent your month,
Yeah,
buddy.
Our rates just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in addition to this live show, which is going to be a blast, it's going to be super fun.
We have guests coming in. We have balloon animals getting made.
I don't know
in front
about
of
that. I
us.
don't know about any of that.
No, we are.
Okay. Well, all right. Jam
Balloon
on top of
animals.
that. If there's no balloon animals, you guys know who to blame. But I will say, if any of our listeners or friends want to send in like a little message or something, they can. We'll play that during the live show. That'd be cool. That'd be cool, right? Like a little.
If they
hey,
wanna-
you guys are great, except for Jan. He's
Yeah,
a bitch.
if you want to call in and leave a message for us, we can do that. And John, what's that number again?
434-829-2299.
And they just call that number, and what happens?
There's a voicemail. It'll just be like Matt saying like, "Hey, you leave us a message." blah,
Oh,
blah, blah,
Matt's
blah.
on the voicemail. Oh, no wonder nobody leaves voicemails. It's
Well, Matt set it up, so I'm
Okay.
just grateful
No,
that
he
he
did.
set it up.
Hey, is there actual number, or is it just can they call us
That's the number. They can text.
Does
through
that go to a
number. I
phone?
think they can actually text that number, and we'll receive it.
real time?
Well, yeah, well, it goes to my email, but yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set the text hotline. We're coming in. It's gonna be live. It's live, so we'll have moderator, right?
Well, we'll have live anyway.
Okay,
That's a
okay,
separate
okay.
thing. That'll be live. Yeah.
I forget how this works, guys. We don't do this very often.
Very old.
If you are familiar with the Telegraph, just go ahead and let us know. Just 2 beeps
I'm loving it.
and a single beep.
Followed by a
code.
long beep.
As John
Yeah,
mentioned,
yeah.
it's like we're not entirely sure how this episode's going to go and plan. There could be surprise guests. I think we're reaching out to anybody and everybody, whether it's Wee Man or freaking Rich O'Toole or John Daly with Good Boy Vodka. I mean, everybody. We're casting a wide net. You don't even know what you're going to get. We could just get the guy next door to my, you know what I mean?
No. Who's the guy next door?
This is Tom.
Actually, it's the girl next door. Matt's the guy next door. We could have Matt on here.
Yeah, we probably will have the guy next door.
Right.
We're idiots.
Yep.
Okay. Well, in conjunction with that, holding hands with that, part of our anniversary, we're doing a huge giveaway. When I say huge,
Massive.
I mean, yeah.
Volcanic.
Enormous.
Mount St. Helens eruption.
Yeah. If you guys have ever seen that meme
Pompeii.
of the big dude sitting on the edge of the bed naked, that kind of huge. That's what we're talking about. It's
I know
going
what
to
you're
be
talking
big.
about.
What are you? What are you looking at?
Let me talk about this. Can you just just stop?
What do we got?
Well, there's a lot of people that have jumped on this giveaway.
Come on.
I'm not going to go through all these right now, but probably over the next couple weeks I will.
Just
start.
name 2. Name 3.
I'm going to name 4.
Name 4.
Okay. Blazing Star's in.
Let's go.
Our buddy over there, Meat Dad, is in. Heath Riles is in. ThermoWorks is in. Rum Runners is in. I've already named too many. Texas Oil Dust is in.
Just stop.
There's a lot. There's a lot. There's going to be
too much.
Lots of rubs, lots of sauces, lots of T-shirts and hats and grill gadgets. And we're still working on getting a barbecue, but there's going to be some kind of grill involved in this giveaway.
That's right.
Again, this is going to be massive. And I named a few, that wasn't even a quarter. That wasn't even a fifth of the people that have already said, hell yeah, we're in. I casted a wide net. Basically, not everybody, but a lot of people I reached out to, and every single person was like, hell yeah, we're in.
Yeah. So
hell
we're
yeah.
doing also a second place in this. And if you're only for people that are local within like 90 to 150 miles, and that's going to be for James. James will show up to your house, okay? He's going to walk in, and he is going to go straight in your backyard, and he's going to rent a James for a day, and he's going to grill. He is going to drink your beer, and he's going to have stipulations. You're
Well,
going
it's
to provide
rent a James, so whatever you want.
It is whatever you want, okay? But you're going to be able to rent James, and James will be there all day. You have him for 24 hours, all right? Use him.
24 hours?
Use him, abuse him, however you want to do this, but it's happening. Thank you, James. Thank you for signing up for this, and I freaking really
do appreciate that.
I do, man.
But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just
bring.
going to load them all up, and then we're going to go back to your house.
Whatever, man. You got to do what you got to do. You got 24 hours, James.
Anyways, yeah. So this is going to be, again, I'll share some more of the prizes and maybe get more specific in the coming weeks. But this is going to be a huge giveaway. We are super excited. We'll probably announce the winner during the live show, I would assume.
Huge.
But again, very excited about it. We really do appreciate everybody following
100%.
along for 5 years. It's been 5 years of this absolute bullshit.
Yeah, I don't. And listen, this is exactly what this is. But we have given out a lot of trade secrets over the years. We've shared funny stories over the years. We've had arguments, disappointments. We've had great guests.
Killer
we've had
guests.
horrible guests. We've had I mean, we've had it all, man.
Horrible?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Don't say
I don't
any
think
names.
anybody's ever been horrible. I think it's just, certain people, certain guests have been great and some people have not, right?
In fairness, we've gotten better at talking, interviewing
not really.
people, right?
No, we were always really good.
Yeah,
they were bad. We
that's
were
true.
good.
Okay.
We're number one. They're number two. I'm just kidding. No.
Number two. I get it.
Yeah, you get it. Honestly, man, I cannot wait to get to this party that we're fixing to throw for this 5-year anniversary, and it couldn't happen without the followships, without people. And it sounds weird saying like people following and people engaging with us, and it really gave us a little bit more oomph to keep going a little bit. And there were times where like, where is this going? What do we want from this? And we're still asking ourselves that question sometimes, right? What are we trying to accomplish? And I think that I think we have a really good identity of what we're trying to put out. Albeit that I don't think we obviously put it out that way every single time, but we're just happy to be here.
We're having fun for sure. Yeah. And before we get too far off the beaten path, that's what we got for the Hot Off the Grill Barbecue News. So
yeah.
Is that going to slide into our barbecue? No, do we do beer review, barbecue talk?
James,
what do you guys want to do?
You have to talk about
Where's
it like
the
that.
agenda?
What do you want to do?
Where is the spreadsheet?
Well, usually you have a
the guy
spreadsheet.
that does the printing out of the papers is usually
His printer's broke.
you.
That is true. Yeah.
So
a lot of the stuff that happens on this podcast is not scripted, guys. And I know you guys.
What? What?
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, you guys are like, how do these guys do it? No papers, no like anything in front of them. It's just pure, unadulterated, just talent.
Yeah, that's it.
Right there, over there.
Yeah.
Not me.
I do want to
Thank
tease
you.
something a little bit. I've been putting it out. I don't know when we're going to do this, but grills. We're always talking about grills and how to cook on this or do this, on a pellet grill, or how to get the most smoke on when you're trying to do just on your Weber kettle or whatever else. We don't talk that much about the flat iron grills. And
The flat tops?
Yeah, the flat tops.
Yeah.
And I think we need to do a flat top special.
Oh, we should do a little bit on that. A little, what do you call it? Not a segment, but
yeah, we can do a little series, man.
a
A little series on the flat top special, and just really talk about how versatile these things are. And there's a lot of people that have them. And there's a ton of people that don't have them, and just the versatility of getting out and be able to create whatever dishes that you're trying to do is. So look for a little flat top griddle action happening. We're not gonna talk about a certain brand so much though, unless it just comes up with what we have.
right, unless they want to sponsor us.
Yeah, unless you want to talk.
And
about
I try not to give Jan credit for anything at all if
Yeah.
I can help it. If I can help it, I do not want to build up that ego.
That's right.
Any bigger than it already.
Shouldn't want to.
But he does make the best flat top burger, smash burger.
There is.
Of anyone I've ever had. It's fantastic. And we will get into that, but we're not doing that right now.
Can I make a suggestion of what the segment
yes,
can be called?
100%.
Can we call it?
I'll allow it.
Griddle me this.
Okay. I love how your brain works. Yeah.
I like how your voice changed.
Griddle me this.
All right. Speaking of cooking, did y'all cook anything this past weekend? Actually, before we get into what you actually cooked this weekend, we have our Facebook quote unquote fan page. If you guys are on Facebook, go check that out. Grabbing a Brisket. It's the fan page. We recently started a group message,
like a group chat.
Yeah, a group chat. Group chat. And it's been very active in the last week or so. Like people are jumping in there and talking and whatever. And I'm really enjoying it because I'm like on there every day. People are talking to us and asking questions and sharing pictures and telling us what they're cooking. So we actually do have a little montage of what people cooked this past weekend. Maybe this will be a regular thing. I don't know. We'll come up with a name for it or something. But
James, you have something?
Yeah. While we're talking about what we cooked this past weekend, we're going to play this little montage so y'all can, if you're on the YouTubes, you can see it. And we're not going to dive into each little picture of what everybody cooked, but if you're on YouTube, you can see it, and it's pretty cool. And if you guys want to share what you guys have cooked in the past weekend, send it in, and
just showcasing the talents of these backyard cookers.
Okay.
I love it.
Absolutely. But yeah, James, what did you cook this past weekend?
So I've been on a tear as far as like trying to nail down that pork butt.
Those ribs, man.
But I've been having issues. Like lately, I was like, okay, I'm trying to do this like long, like 24-hour cooking process, and so I'm trying it out on the Traeger, just because it's R&D. So I'm not trying to
science.
So yeah, it's all science. Mm-hmm. So, but the first two go-arounds that I had, my freaking pellet smoker crapped out.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, at some point in the middle of the night, I don't even know what. And I thought I cleaned it out. Maybe I didn't clean it out. And then I pulled it off. I was like, it aired. And most of the times when something's aired, it's like it ran out of pellets or something happened. And so I was like, I cleaned it out, what I thought. We went for round 2 the following weekend. I woke up the next morning. It looked like it hadn't even, like it smoked. And then I went to bed and it just cut off. So it just
that's the worst.
Ruined it. So finally I got out. I was like, okay, it's just a common practice, like a note to everybody out there that has a pellet smoker, clean the damn thing. I pulled everything out. I shop vac. I cleaned out all. I mean, the pot was just jam packed with pellets.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, and I'm like, why is it like the smoke was so bad, like it was just bellowing out underneath my awning. Yeah, I'm like, somebody's gonna call the fire department because they're gonna think it's a fire back here. And so I was like, okay, I can't do this. I turned it off. I was like, okay, this is another one down in going into the trash because I'm not gonna attempt to go just throw it in the oven and just finish it off because I don't know where it was at. But I was like, okay, I just turned it off. And so I went back and I fired up a movie. It was probably about 7 in the morning, about 9:10 in the morning. I roll outside and I see smoke billowing out of the Traeger, and I'm like, I cut it off like 3 hours ago.
It's still going.
And I'm like, why is there smoke coming out of here? And that's when I was like, man, okay, let me open this thing up. I start pulling the rack and the diffuser plate, and it's just a wad of pellets sitting there. And as soon as I just left the lid open enough, just like flame, just like roaring up. I'm like, shit, that's not good. And so then I had to go and like just scooping these like lit pellets and dump it in water and clean it out. And that's when I went and like I got the shop vac out and I cleaned everything, scrubbed it. Everything looked beautiful. Fired it up. Had no fucking problems. The brisket that I cooked this last weekend had no problems whatsoever. I'm the problem.
You're the problem.
Exactly. But I went with that whole Texas style pork butt that we've been trying. Let me just the cook time for this thing. I put it on at about 12 in the afternoon. I wrapped it about 11, 12 at night. And then we're cooking low and slow, 225. Around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon or in the morning, it popped at 2:0. I think I had it set at I had it set at about 195.
Yeah.
So then I lowered the temp on the oven to 170, lowest it'll go.
Your personal oven inside the
personal
house.
oven, yeah.
Okay.
Threw it in the oven. I let that go from like 10, well, no, it was like 4 in the morning until about 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's when we pulled it out, and then we shredded it up. We'll put together a video that you guys will be able to see by the time this episode comes out. So you'll see, dude, it was
a 24-hour cook.
It was like a 24-hour cook, and that thing was butter.
Yeah.
And almost to a certain extent where I asked Jan, I was like, is this too soft? Like the bark was good, it was flavorful. Probably could have used more seasoning because it did cook for so long. But when he pulled the bone out and just pushed it into it, it was just like butter.
Mush.
It just,
Not
you
mushy.
Want,
it
you don't
wasn't
want
mushy.
mush. You want soft.
It wasn't mushy, but that's the thing. That's the key about with the pork butt, that people, when they cook these things, and obviously you go through your rest. It's like it's a big piece of protein. You've got to be able to rest this thing like a brisket. And its pork is probably a little more forgiving than what brisket is. But at the same time, resting is key. But I would say not over pulling the pork, and people get really like big into like becoming shredded pork, right? I don't want shredded pork. I still want this thing to be
A little chunky.
pulled and chunky, and have the just the fibers and the bits just all stuck together versus having to just shred it apart. And
Get the little hand mixer out, just like, someone's going to tear it all up.
Yeah, but I'm very particular about how that gets done, and honestly, I think that's key. But yeah, creating, you don't want to tear the bark up too much either. You want that bark to have bits of big pieces of bark stuck on a piece of pork there. Yeah. I do agree with you. I like a sweet pork, a pineapple pork, but I'll tell you right now, the savory pork, the salt and pepper and garlic and cooking it like a brisket and making it very savory, dude, it is so good. Cannot say enough about that.
Yeah, I had 100%. Everybody at work, like, pop it in the microwave and for, 20, 30 seconds to warm it up. And then you got people sitting there waiting to put their stuff in. And then they're like, man, that smells good. Yeah, just like
what you start smelling
what you got there. Yeah, that smells good, man. And then you're like, no, I got to warm it up just a little bit longer. And then they're holding like like a fucking pot pie.
Last night's mac and cheese. Right. Yeah, some cold
ramen
cold
or
noodles.
Something like.
That's like cold noodle. Hey, noodles next day, not good. It's not. It never has the same consistency.
That's true.
Just
pulled pork though the next day, it's fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And you mentioned maybe it needed a little more seasoning. I feel like any pulled pork you do, anytime you do a pork butt, you got to season it a little bit more after you pull it, because it's just such a thick piece of meat. Like it doesn't matter how much you put on the outside. Once you pull it, you got to season it a little bit more, right?
No,
add a little something.
You got to. It depends. It depends. Like this one was really good. The one maybe before that, way better. And maybe you used more, or maybe it's leaner. Didn't have so much oil,
so much fat.
Yeah. But I do agree with you, John. Do agree.
Well, it wasn't this past weekend, but it was the weekend before, and I don't think I mentioned it, but I did some beef jerky. You guys were actually there when I pulled it up.
We hung out.
We had a Sunday fun day or Saturday fun day. Yeah. I don't remember what day it was, but
today we put 19 bags of ice into your hot tub. I made it a cold tub.
That's true. Denny was out of town for something, and we were like,
That's
"Hey,
great.
let's hang out." Yeah, we brought up our ton. Yeah, I made some jerky. I think Raul's throwing it up on the screen. I don't know if I mentioned it before. Bradley Smokers sent us a smoker to try out and play with a little bit.
That's right.
If you guys aren't familiar. It runs kind of like a pellet smoker, but they run on little pucks, they call them, or biscuits.
Yeah, a little disc.
On biscuits.
They just drop into the little hopper.
Yeah, so it's all you can set the temperature and do your thing, but it came out great. I did some teriyaki and some that were just like with some seasoning and whatnot. It was great. There's a video. I don't think I put the video out. The video's coming. Y'all stay tuned. But yeah, Bradley Smokers. If you guys haven't checked them out, go check them out.
Beef jerky was phenomenal.
Very easy.
It was really good. Yeah, I mean, you just plug and play, right?
Literally.
Yeah.
And putting that thing together. There is a video already of me like unboxing that thing and putting it together. It's the easiest damn thing I've ever done. Like any grill that I've ever put together, this was easier. It was so easy, and yeah, very easy to use.
That's awesome.
So weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, if you folks want to send in your pictures to share in our little weekly montage, you can do it. And if you're not in our little Facebook chat group or whatever, send us a message wherever, and I'll try to get you a link to get you in there. But if you're part of the Grabbing a Brisket fan page group on Facebook, I think you automatically get an invite to that group, to the chat group, and we'll just boop, boop, click, and you'll be part of it. Right. And there's not a bunch of the advertisements for, hey, you want to buy a knife, or do you want to do this or that?
We're not trying to sell you anything.
Yeah, we approve everyone that comes in there. And again, like I said, it's pretty active, and some of the names in there.
There's a lot of cool people in there.
Yeah, very exciting, like the cool people that are in there.
Cheers, John. Yeah. I'd say we go into the Grabbing the Brisket beer review, but we got to wait for Jan to.
Yeah. We'll just wait for old Jan, old Janathan, old Janarino. I'll cut that part out.
What part?
The part where we're saying Janarino.
You were saying?
Yeah. Sounds like Janet Reno.
Yeah. It looks like Janarino. Anyway.
Is she still alive?
I don't know. I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Me neither.
Yeah. All right. So I guess with that, we'll go ahead and roll into the Grabbing the Brisket.
Beer review. That's all I got, guys. That is all I got.
That's actually plenty. So
I'm trying.
Yeah. You gave it all.
I'm trying.
James, you got that little cup over there you had a minute ago?
It's behind Jan over there.
Okay. Jan, will you grab that cup?
Maybe you
appreciate
grab
it.
it.
It's on the table.
On the table behind you.
What we got here is something I found in the back of my fridge, and this is the Sunny D vodka seltzer.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with Sunny D, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Who's not familiar with the commercials from Sunny D? Hey, he's got Sunny D. Let's, Mom. You know what I mean? Like, it's
hey,
like
you want something to drink? I got water, Kool-Aid, purple stuff. Oh, Sunny D.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll take Sunny D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know, this is not even orange juice. It's not. I don't know what it is.
Nobody ever argued that this was orange juice.
Yeah. Janet Wood Reno. Okay.
Oh, she passed away.
All right.
Sorry to hear that.
2016.
Miss Reno. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Heart goes out.
Anywho.
Sorry for the Reno family.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, you never know. I mean, Sunny D may be healthier than actual normal orange juice.
Could be.
No.
You don't know.
Nobody knows the recipe for the Sunny D. They don't give that out.
Right. I'm just saying normal, I'm not talking about fresh squeezed. I'm talking about that stuff you get at the store.
Minute Maid?
The Minute Maids.
Right.
The stuff that's been
like 80 grams of sugar
sitting in a vat for like 2 years.
Sunny D.
Do you know this? Like this orange juice just sits in a vat for like 2 to 3 years.
Why?
Over a year. It's over because
it is not refrigerated. It's not. It just sits in this still.
Yeah.
And pasteurizes or whatever they say.
They have to
How is
add.
that safe?
So it doesn't even look like orange juice anymore. It looks like a liquid water or whatever else. But they have to add all these other dyes and coloring onto it in order to make it look like orange juice again.
Ugh.
Do you know
Is
that?
real? No,
Like
I never heard of that.
Skimming off like the pond water and the mold and shit that's just growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then they
then
sell that.
filter it all off.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for ruining breakfast for millions of Americans.
You're welcome.
Buy fresh squeezed.
It's Sunny D.
Or Sunny D.
Yeah. Hey, can we pour this or
Anybody
have
else
a full one?
You got one.
disappointed this
Give
is
me a
not
full
orange?
one. This is not.
Yeah, it
great.
is not orange.
We
yeah.
didn't get like
It's-
orange dye number 75.
Yeah. Well, that's because
let's look at
Sunny
this.
D is natural. So
Okay, let's look at this real quick. We have the Sunny D. I like the can. It says made with real juices, contains alcohol. It's gluten free. It says the vodka seltzer, 95 calories, 4.5% alcohol by volume. There's 0 sugars in this thing. So it may taste sweet, but the fact they're telling you 0 sugars means that, like, you're not getting the carbs you think you're getting the carbs.
only
of.
2 grams of carbs.
Dude,
that's
why
not
are we
bad.
not? Why are we not drinking these?
0 protein. So
How's
if
that
you're
taste,
trying to
James?
avoid the protein, this is the way to do it.
Okay, this tastes like a damn Sunny Delight.
This isn't bad.
It's like a seltzer.
Yeah.
It's like a screwdriver.
It's like a little bit flat, but it's pretty good.
Well, it's 2 years old, sitting in your refrigerator.
It's probably actually accurate. That may actually
probably
be
going
true.
to die from this.
Yeah.
But well, it's not any different than what you'd see normally, right? 2 years old, 2 years old, right?
I don't. Yeah.
It sits in a vat for 2 years. It sits in your refrigerator
Okay,
for 2
yeah.
years.
I didn't
Either
know
way,
where you
it's
were
still
going with
2
that
years,
as.
right? Sorry, I need to elaborate here. This is a kid's drink. Great. Way to go, Sonny D. You just made a kid's drink, and that kids can't tell the difference of. So
It's actually true. My kids love this. So
yeah, this is what I'm talking about. They're on their way to school, and they're catching a buzz because you didn't.
They load up the school box with Sunny D.
Because you put a little words on here that says contains alcohol that most 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds can't read. You know what I mean? That's a big word. And so I like what you're doing. You're getting them started young. But it is phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would drink this on the way to work. I would do it. I do it every damn day.
yeah, I would mix this with vodka.
Yeah, of course I would mix it with vodka. Are you kidding me? 4.5% alcohol by volume? No, we're going 80 proof on this bad boy.
We can bump that shit.
Yeah, of course we can. Grabbing a brisket. Hey, Sonny D, you want to reach out and do a grabbing a brisket style? We'll get you 80 proof really quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
One drink, everybody knows the rules.
There it is.
Wow. Okay. Who wants to start it off?
Yeah, let me go. Yeah, man, that's delicious. It's an 8.8. That's an 8.8 drink all day long. I mean, call it a beer, call it a seltzer, call it whatever you want. It tastes delicious.
You've lost your
Does
mind.
this taste bad to you?
Yeah. No, it doesn't taste bad.
That's
but
what we're going off of. Taste, right? Like you want to give it a low score because it's Sunny Delight with vodka. But
It does have a subtle flavor that kind of tastes like Sunny Delight a little bit, but I mean, I can't go that high. I mean, I'm not going to put that.
Does it taste
in the
great?
same realm?
It just
of,
it does to me. It has a little bit of that artificial sweetener.
it's got like that aspartame
yeah,
flavor
exactly,
to it.
exactly.
Yeah, this is what I grew up on, guys. That's why I have ADHD.
Hey,
okay,
you do you, boo.
That's
That's
sweet
exactly
love.
why I have ADHD.
Yeah.
All that
Splenda.
aspartame. Good. What's your score?
I'm going to go 6.0.
Of course you do.
I'm
you do 6.0 because you don't have another number to say. This is
literally right there
5s
with
and
him.
4s and 6s,
I was-
9s.
My number in my head before Jan said anything was 6.1. So this is good. I mean, it's cool. It's fun. It's
Yeah.
you know, if I dig into the ice chest and there's no beer and it's this sitting next to a White Claw, I'll probably grab this. So
Yeah, this is hands down the best seltzer I think I've ever had in my life.
Okay, I don't know.
Name a better seltzer.
I don't know.
You can't.
There probably is. Yeah.
But you can't name one off the hand. And I got one in the hand right now that says a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. And I'll take one of these over one of those any day.
Okay.
Yeah, wake me up when they have Sunny no, shit.
Sunny Delight. I'm
Sunny,
sorry.
Sunny Delight.
Wake me up when they have Capri Sun seltzers.
Did they have those yet? They
Not
might.
yet.
It's probably coming. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, get Kool-Aid Man all fucked up, right? Walking in, step into the right,
Crashing into the wrong houses.
right. He's all, hey, right.
Oh, my bad.
He's taking naps on people's couches and stuff. Like,
I told you to have dinner ready.
what you got to eat? Nobody likes Sunny, right?
He just vomits red everywhere.
Nobody likes Kool-Aid Man, right? Damn, Kool-Aid Man. Hey, Kool-Aid Man's drunk. That's right, son. Now go give me something to eat.
Yeah.
I love that. Hey, we should do like a cartoon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that's great.
Yeah.
Right. I think that will probably wrap up the Grab and the Brisket.
Beer review. There it is. We nailed it.
that was actually-
we're
pretty good.
We're a trio.
A triad.
Trio.
Triage.
You're a triage. I'm a trio. Hey, no, we really appreciate. Yeah, are we still talking anymore, or is this thing going?
Nah, I think we're nearing the end. No, do we have any barbecue wins, fails that we want to
we
get
do
into?
have a barbecue fail. Does, I don't know if Raul has that queued up for us or not. If not, I can probably.
I do not.
Yeah, that's fine. But hey, before we go into this and get it queued up, John, but I just want to take a second to talk about the barbecue wins and barbecue fails and what that means for our community, for us, and just in general. But honestly, man, we're a little bit more vulnerable when we're sharing about what we're doing wrong or for what we could have done right or what happened really good, right? Nobody wants to boast and say, like, I did this and I nailed it. But honestly, it takes people sharing and saying, this is what I did and it worked to help other people out, right? So I appreciate the barbecue wins and fails. It's probably the highlight that we get from all of our listeners. And I implore you to keep keep sending in the barbecue wins, the barbecue fails, because we're only going to get better after recognizing how we failed and what we could have done better. And it takes a community to laugh at you a little bit.
Right,
So
it's super fun to laugh.
yeah, and that's what we want, right? So please keep sharing. And again, every time that you do share, you do win something if you make it on the show. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I love that. And yeah, we do love laughing. So, and this one I think is from our buddy Rob Dopp over there, who, if you are not following along, he was on the show a few weeks ago. I'm gonna let James read it because I had way more beers than him tonight.
There it
so
is.
do your thing.
I love reading, guys. It's a fundamental of the building blocks of learning, guys. Hey, Rob Dopp, barbecue fail here. So he's got Dad of the Year here. Barbecue fail. I caught my son's grill on fire. He has a RecTech 380, and apparently he cooked a rack of lamb on it last. And, well, he forgot to clean it, and the grease from the drippings ignited at 400 degrees. Needless to say, I turned it off. Good times. So cooking my cast iron personal pan pizza in the oven right now. I guess I'll be cleaning it and doing a test burn to make sure I didn't jack it up, laugh out loud. Rob, yeah, I mean you're right there on my boat right there. Just you gotta clean, right? You gotta make sure those pellet smokers are clean before you use them. They're just gonna. I've seen too many videos of these like people like there's a weird bellowing smoke coming out of this stack. That's weird. Let me investigate, and all of a sudden, boom, explodes.
What's happening? Right? He introduced oxygen. You get some, yeah. Listen,
I
Rob,
have no
I don't think this is obviously you're the one holding the bag, and I think that's how this story should look, right? You were left holding the bag, but I don't think it was your bag to hold. You know what I mean? This is.
You got to put the blame on the son.
This is your son's grill, and
you got to clean your shit up.
He failed to clean it up.
But at the same time, you want the kid to keep cooking, and that is a RecTech 380, which is the one that looks like kind of like a kettle. Those things run hot.
They do, and but I will say kudos to you for recognizing it, and obviously getting that pizza in the oven. Did it ruin the pizza? I want to know. Did it ruin the pizza? Was the pizza still good? Did it?
No, he sent a picture. It looked actually pretty damn amazing.
So the pizza.
I don't
was
think
awesome.
he actually got the food on the. I think he cranked it up to 400.
Right, went out to put it on,
and the grease was just okay.
Yeah.
So
like, hey, that's a bonfire.
Hey, you're like, hey, son. Hey, can I talk to you for a second? Come over here and talk to. Hey, I don't like how you're treating your grill. We need to talk about this. You need to treat it with respect. You know, you need to open the door.
Well, having said all of that, there are winners for this week, and they are going to win themselves some
Sucklebusters. Everybody wants some Sucklebusters. Yeah.
A backup singer.
There it is. Hey, no, that's right, man. Listen, go to sucklebusters.com. Look at the seasonings that's on there. You don't have to, pick the one that we suggest or anything else. Pick any one of them out there and let us know how it tastes. We do recommend the Chicks That Smoke seasoning because it is an AP rub and it's good on every single thing you put it on. But yeah, hey, I don't know what I was going to say about that. Listen, pick out a seasoning. I want to start seeing people use the seasoning or follow back up and say, hey, we got this in. Thanks a lot. Whatever. So if you get some seasoning in. Don't be shy. Share it and let everybody know how it was.
Yeah, we see it all the time, Jan.
Yeah, you're just not following along. I don't know what to tell you. But hey, Rob, we do appreciate you sending in that barbecue fail. And if anybody else wants to send it in a barbecue fail or a barbecue win or a barbecue story, barbecue recipe, anything you want to share with us, there's a good potential that you can be a winner. All you got to do is send it in. The email is info@grabtheminthebrisket.com. The phone number, if you want to just leave us a message, is 434-829-2299. You nailed it.
Yeah, 434-8. Yeah.
Or you can go through our website. It's grabthebrisket.com. Yep. Any of our social medias, which
you can do grab them in the brisket. It's just easier to do grab the brisket.
Right. It's true. Yep.
And it takes you right to the website. Mm-hmm. And while you're there, hey, look at the blogs. Hey, listen, we've gotten a lot better about putting the content down and check out our page. James has a green sauce, a green salsa he put together.
Yeah, there's a
it
little
may
blog
be
for
the
that
the best green sauce I've ever had in my damn life. It's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Got some recipes on there.
I've got some people with some restaurants that have asked about this green salsa. By the way, seriously, yeah. So
That's on the blog.
yeah, it's there. Yeah. So we actually did a competition. We entered second place is what we got for that salsa. I don't know if you knew that or not, James.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, but there's been some talks happening with it, and it's not dying down because people keep talking about that. But yeah, so the blog is there, the swag shop's there, the podcast is there, and honestly, we probably need to update some pictures because I don't have the same color hair I had back then anymore.
It's true.
So we'll get that up. We'll change some stuff up, but we definitely appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Here's the deal. The joke's on you because you thought this podcast was over with. But there's another episode coming up right behind this one. But
There it is.
Guys, hey, it's been
As we close
great
out, big thanks to
talking barbecue.
SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue
Yeah,
Magazine,
just,
Sucklebusters,
Thanks,
and
everybody.
Dalstrong
You've been
Knives
great.
for their contributions.
And
Thank
you know
you, Matt.
YETI always has our back, and CoolieNation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.